everyone, and welcome to Srinivas Arka's birthday session. We're so happy that you're here with us today. Today we will just go through a brief agenda of the day. So we will have our session split into two today. The first session will be a pre-recorded session, and this will involve a video of Srinivas Arka, a pre-recorded video. The second will be a worldwide recorded greeting. So those were the recorded greetings that you would have sent into Arka Worldwide email. And that's all through the GoToWebinar platform, which we're on right now. The second session will be on the GoToMeeting platform, and that will involve live expressions with Srinivas Arka. So we will start now with the GoToWebinar part, which is this part that you're on right now. And we will have a pre-recorded video message from Srinivas Arka. And just to let you know, it is from Arka Dhama from Mysore, India. Thank you.
When we open our eyes, we begin to see the world. We begin to feel the environment around us. Something opens up from us, and we begin to interact with the world unconsciously as well as consciously often. Subliminally, we respond to so many stimuli, multitude of stimuli, without bringing to knowledge of our conscious mind. It's a beautiful, most intricate yet intriguing system in our body, mind, and consciousness. The world is all yours when you become open to receiving knowledge and information from the world. So much is available for us, from time to energy to opportunities, and also objects of our choice. It appears on the outside as though we don't have much freedom because the body limits us. Our hands are limited because world is very big, very big. However, there is some room for our independent thinking, some room for our freedom of feeling or freedom of expressions. So we can do something about our lives and the world once we understand what we really require from the world and our true nature, who we are, and what we are born with, our own mindset, our genetic profile, the way we perceive the world and react with the world are quite unique. So our demands are not the same as others, although generically the same, but specifically it can differ. So we have to figure out what we really happy, peaceful, and progressive. So it all begins from us. We have to contemplate in order to understand our presence, our inner nature. Not only understanding always, but we have to experience our presence. Experiencing means experiencing deeper presence, more consciously, not living, but living with our awareness, and to be aware. What it means is to be aware wholly, beginning from the body to mind to our inner spirit, our level of emotions, and the way and the patterns of our thinking. So just allowing things to be the way they are, allowing things to flow. Then we would know something about us. So we can make a picture of ourselves, not the physique, but the psyche within us. So that once we understand our presence well, our characteristics, our behavior, the way we behave or react with the world, the way we understand, and something all about about our presence, something unique, not generic, something unique. Because we can always learn about ourselves by watching others, by looking at other people. But here, uniquely, what do we hold? Something others don't have. Yes, there must always be something unparalleled gift or knowledge or our presence. But we have to identify that first, like identification. We always carry identity cards. So we do have our identity, that self-identity, our own kind, which truly no one in the entire world has that similar identity. So we have to figure that out. But good news is we do have that in us. That's the first good news. Not we are groping for a black cat in the dog room, but there is here that birth gift in us. That's what we are born with. Birth gift, the birth talent, inborn knowledge, some seed knowledge. We all have come into the world with some seed knowledge. That knowledge grows and grows, but it also depends upon how much we water to the knowledge. It means how much we put in our efforts, our attention, how much we recognize above all. So quite interesting, and we should find out our passion. Where is our passion? What attracts us the most? Where is the pull towards? But there's always something that we look forward to seeing, learning, understanding more, which we will never ever get bored of doing so. So that makes us so happy and exciting, keeps us so alive as well as active, and also blossoming means helps us unfold our inner self. Only when we become engaged with that specific topic or area of understanding or the sphere of activity. So once that's figured out, then everything starts flowing very well. Well, we may not be able to find this out all of a sudden or within a short span of time, but it's a life journey. But at least this happens in stages, in phases. So relatively, whatever we have it right now in our hand, in our consciousness, so we should hold that in full trust and go with it, and become more involved with it, the work, study, or maybe any research work, or any activity at all, beginning from sports to learning martial arts or painting or drawing or inventing something. But there's always something that we are suited to. We are so well matched with that topic, with that subject and information. So in the dimension that really invites us so much. But all this happens when we really become involved with our inner self first, and not always becoming involved with externally, pleasing our senses and the curious mind, but but we have to become involved with our deeper inner self, means through meditational systems, adapting meditational methods and practicing or deeper in or undertaking deep inner contemplation. Few moments at least after 8 hours of work. After 8 hours of work, we go home. So we always can find time for this, because everything begins from us, though. This is a fact. And we say good morning and we warm up ourselves. We begin on the day. We unfold the curtains of our eyes and the windows and the doors, and we go outside. So it begins from us. So we have to set aside a little bit of time, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, really greeting this time, saving some time to greet the sun, to greet the chirping of birds, and greet the trees, greet weather, nice, lovely weather. Even if the weather is not that lovely, but it will become lovely weather. But it depends upon how we interact with the world. The world is just open, in my view, open, so open, and has infinite things to offer to us. But how we connect with the world, what we really want. And to me, the world is like a huge screen, and what type of film you would like to project. So we have something to offer. So we have to bring that out. So anyway, getting back to the track. So dedicating a few moments would always help us to bit by bit to become more aware of our inner self. Maybe in any manner, not necessarily sitting in full observing some rigid posture and say, okay, I'm in deep meditation, I'm trying to fathom my soul, or in that context dramatically, but here sincerely. Maybe just simply to sit in silence, or maybe with open eyes sometimes, or with closed eyes, depends upon your mood and your inspiration at that moment. Usually, when you are keenly interested to keep in touch with your inner self, it's an automatic reaction that we begin to close our eyes. Means it's only a gesture that you are reversing something that's going out, reversing the energy, maybe reversing the time even. Looking into yourself, like adjusting your telescope, rather than seeing the deeper space. Okay, let me see what is also stored in the person who is observing the deeper space. Who is this person? So that's the mind is so powerful. Our mind is some an inexplicable phenomenon, incredible. How much power we have, because it really is so thrilling and sensational, spine-chilling in a positive way. The more you come to know of the power of our mind, or power of our thinking, eventually power of our consciousness, emotions, everything come in itself. So so spending some time for ourselves in your own capacity and context will help. You feel recharged. Body requires some rest for maybe approximately 8 hours of rest. That's the day when it's going to sleep. So also it's only got to become recharged, to keep the body clean, and so much happens during night time. So also we are not just bodies, isn't it? We are also soulful conscious beings. We have something more than the body within ourselves, more than what we really know, more than we really can imagine. So when we come to know this fact, there is something more. Oh my God, more than we know. That means more than we know in our via our surface mind. So that is there, that we don't necessarily have to explain to others. and you don't, you're not obligated to explain, but you know it's there. And if you can recognize that, identify that, and be close to that in Sanskrit it's called tat, means something, no, that's not the one, no. So again, something, no, that's not the one. Something else, no, that's also not the one. Then what? Then the ultimate residual essence, something that finally remains, that's like settling. You feel, okay, now that's me. You would know, that's me. That goes well with me. That I can relate to that. Yes, I'm happy now. I'm settled relatively. We say those things. So that's what I meant. Spending time with that first, and then it takes us to different levels, and gradually it opens something really welcomes us, invites us. The world, inner world, is as big as the outer world. It's not small the way the body is. Body is small and of course fragile as well. But in something that dwells within the body is so huge, so big, like the universe. That's the reason we are able to comprehend the world. We are able to imagine. We are able to take in the world outside. So much information, so many objects, so many entities, multitude of things really. How do we handle? Where's the library? Where is the data card? And where is that chip that really takes in? It's a natural system that's placed in us from our birth. That's so brilliant, it's a magical system that we can store in. And people generally believe that, we store information in our brain. No, in my view, with my experience, with my own research, the information doesn't stay only in the brain. It stays in different parts of the body. That's the reason the method I had developed called Arka Dhama, intuitive meditation, that system, I emphasized for the practitioners to undergo touch, and offer their own touch in on 19 positions, key positions, so that even those areas also have their own brain-like system, and they can record and store information properly, and they can release them when there is need. That's really incredible to me, which is really quite amazing. You cannot scientifically present everything, because it's not, because if the whole entire human life is totally empirical or physical or just material, yes, you could do that. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. Life is made up of so many things, not made up of one thing, so many things. And life can be viewed not from one way, but from so many ways. And the life is full of exciting, interesting material, interesting issues or matters within us. So, how much you want to know? Yes, it's all there. But we should know what is essential for us. Not trying to know everything we can't understand. We can, but we can't. That's the paradoxical truth. We want to know everything, but we can't. And we want to embrace everything in the whole universe, but we can't. We can, but still we can't. We can internally, but we can't externally. That's the truth. So that's a beautiful, it's not limitation of the universe, but it's the beauty of the universe really. And depends how you want to project or your consciousness, and where, when, and why. So at the end of the day, what do we need? We want inner peace. First, inner peace. Peace. A state of calmness, serenity. Not passive serenity, but positive serenity. Positive silence. Peace. thoughts are not bothering you, and your emotion is in a state of equilibrium, and you are peace, and you're like satisfied. You're ready to. Help anyone. You are ready to understand people. You want. You are ready to offer your services, and you are calm and composed. You got sane mind. Means you you have sound mind. So you are that's the time you feel totality in you, oneness within you, and you do not have any contradictions in that moment. That's peace. Even that has different layers, like a physical peace, mental peace, emotional peace, social peace, political peace, the peace in the world. That's the name goes on. Different levels. Really, I'm talking about first your peace, personal peace. Okay. And peace is essential. Love is bonus. At least peace is necessary for every individual, including animal beings. I believe so, and including all other living entities. So peace. Then